The Girl in the Haunted House. When I was a little girl, we moved to a new house. I remember it so clearly, even though it was years ago. It was a big house, white walls, a big garden in the front. My mom said, "This is a new beginning for us." I was excited, my brother too, but something about that house felt strange. Even on the first day, the first night, everything seemed fine. I was lying in my bed, looking at the ceiling. It was so quiet, too quiet. Then I heard something. It was a soft voice, like a whisper. "Hello?" I sat up in bed, my heart beating fast. "Who's there?" I asked. No one answered. Then I heard no voice. I looked up and saw a flickering light extending about 20 feet. It was a soft voice, like a whisper. No one answered. It was so soft and silent. The next day, I told my mom. She said, "It's nothing, sweetheart, it's just your imagination." But it didn't feel like my imagination. A few days later, something happened. I was sitting in the living room, watching TV. Suddenly, the TV turned off by itself. Then, I heard the same voice. This time, it said, "Come here. Come play with us." I froze. I couldn't move, couldn't speak. Then my brother walked in. I looked at him and said, "Did you hear that?" He laughed. "Hear what?" That night, I couldn't sleep. I felt like someone was in my room, watching me. I hid under my blanket, hoping it would go away. But then I felt a cold hand touch my shoulder. I screamed. My mom and dad ran into my room. "What's wrong?" my mom asked. "There's someone here," I cried, but they didn't see anyone. My dad checked the room. He said, "There's no one here. Go back to sleep." But I knew I wasn't imagining it. Days passed, and things got worse. The lights started flickering. The doors opened and closed by themselves, and then it happened. One night, I was in my room. The closet door opened slowly. I saw something, a shadow moving inside. It whispered my name, "Sarah." I walked closer to the closet. I don't know why. I couldn't stop myself. Suddenly, I felt a strong pull. Something grabbed me and pulled me inside. Everything went dark. I couldn't see anything, couldn't hear anything. I was scared, so scared. Then I heard my mom's voice. She was calling my name, but it sounded far away, like an echo. I shouted, "Mom, help me!" But she couldn't hear me. I opened my eyes, and I wasn't in my room anymore. I was in a strange place, dark and cold, There were shadows everywhere, moving, whispering. They said, "Stay with us, Sarah. Stay forever." I cried, "I want to go home." Back in the house, my mom and dad were looking for me. They couldn't find me. Then my mom heard my voice. It was coming from the TV. She saw my hands on the screen. I was screaming, "Help me!" My mom started crying. She didn't know what to do. They called someone for help, a lady who knew about spirits and ghosts. She told them, "Your daughter is trapped in their world." My dad asked, "How do we get her back?" The lady said, "We need to guide her back, but it will be dangerous." Meanwhile, I was in that dark place, trying to find a way out. I kept calling, "Mom, Dad, can you hear me?" Then I saw a light far away. I started running towards it, but the shadows tried to stop me. They pulled my arms, my legs. They whispered, "Stay with us. Don't leave." I kept running. I didn't stop. Finally, I reached the light. I heard my mom's voice again. She said, "Sarah, come to the light. We're here." I reached out my hand, and then everything went quiet. When I opened my eyes, I was back in my room. My mom was holding me, crying. She said, "You're safe now. You're back." But I could see the fear in her eyes. We knew the house wasn't safe. The next day, we packed our things and left. We never went back to that house again. Even now, after so many years, I still hear the whispers sometimes in my dreams, but I'm stronger now. I know they can't hurt me. This is my story. A story I'll never forget. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next video.